Hi, Adam.
Hello. Is it Cherry or
Yes, Cherry.
I? Can you see if there are any people from outside of
Um,
the nation?
Actually, yes, Ali is on his way.
Because I invited some external people. We have to approve them, I guess, to get in
Okay, copy.
here. Think how about you?
Busy week.
Yes, yes, yes. That's what we love to hear, right?
We have some in EXT. We have some meetings for Ontario.
And it's recorded. Stop. Jerry, make sure to cut the before everybody comes, okay?
Yeah. So what's going on?
I invited a couple of people. I hope they can come. Mr. Philip Hahn is here.
Bonjour, comment ça va?
What's going on?
Ça va bien?
Shoo, habibis.
Shoo, what's up, buddy?
How are you, Ali? Good, you?
Good. I'm doing amazing. How you doing?
Doing fantastic.
Yeah. So we'll wait for the rest to show up. Hopefully.
I actually spoke with Randy. I wanted to invite you guys to my podcast, and then I see Ali talking with Steve that we're gonna do you and stuff. So I said, let's hear and learn some coaching from Philip, and then maybe we're gonna do a separate podcast. I do
Sounds good, Adam.
success like entrepreneur success stories in
Okay.
the podcast. So I would love
Okay.
to hear your story from Keller Williams. I was with Keller Williams, by the way, when I started.
In on the Gatineau side?
Quebec. Yeah, I was with Stéphane Bisson and Katia Hui.
So is Stéphane Bisson the OP of KW in Gatineau?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
yeah, they were my mentors, and it was a beautiful year.
Yeah, good guy for sure. I remember him from years ago when we used to ski at Edelweiss in like the 80s. And then the next thing you know, I see him on my Facebook like a couple of years ago. He's a realtor. You know, it's funny.
Yeah. Well, in 2018, we were team number 1 in Quebec, number 2 in Canada.
Right on. Okay, good.
Mr. Nicolas from Montreal and Sammy.
Sammy's also Montreal.
How
The
do you guys
Montreal
do?
guys are super motivated. The Ottawa guys are lazy, man. I'm joking. Kind of joking.
Kind of joking.
Yeah. Hey, Steve.
Mr. Gabolini, welcome.
Oh, Steve, you got your tattoo, eh?
Micro,
No way.
muted.
Wow. When are you
You're
getting
muted.
the
You're
skull
muted,
tattoo?
You're muted.
You're mute.
Yeah, I'm it's I guess it's midlife crisis, I guess you could call it.
Actually, are you past midlife, Steve?
Yeah, way past, bro.
No. My biological age is not past
No.
midlife. Just my
Yeah.
chronological age, that's it.
That's why you were covering it yesterday with your jacket. Eh?
That, and it was also cold out. But how's everybody today?
Good.
Fantastic.
Thanks for coming, Phil.
Yeah, no worries, Steve. Thanks for having me, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming.
So Ali, explain what we do here on Wednesdays and
Yeah,
how-
we meet up. We talk attraction, man. Strategies, what's working, how are things going. We keep
challenges.
Yeah, we techniques. We don't do scripts. I know you do scripts, so maybe that's an area that might be a potential for us to learn. But yeah, you're the master at this. Because I told them, pound for pound, you're the best attractor at EXP, man. So,
Thanks, Ali. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's open. Whatever, like the scripts, we don't do scripts because I find it hard. I don't know how it works. I don't even know. I've never done script practice before.
Yes.
Well,
and here's the thing, Ali. Some people, the dialogues come naturally, right? And so they can engage with people easily and understand that there's an end result and an objective to the conversation, right? And then there are people that, as you know, we've all met. We have clients, friends, family that can talk and talk and talk and be really friendly, but there's really no point. They'll just keep talking and there's no outcome, right? And so, it's a fine art, to be honest. And I've always been very, very big on scripting just because words are so powerful, right? And, remember, guys, God gave us one mouth and two ears so we can listen twice as much as we speak, right? And for some of us in the sales arena, that can be difficult because we like to blah, 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 right? In the attraction space or in agent recruitment, it's really about agents are listening to their favorite radio station, which is WIFM. What's in it for me, right? And they want to really know what is in it for them. And so by drilling down into what they're wanting, and this comes from Gene Frederick, our business partner. He's always big on tell me about yourself. Tell me about yourself. Tell me about yourself. So have them talk about their favorite subject, which is themselves, right? So I'm going to give you a little bit of background. I think that's important as well. Ali, do we just want to go right into the attraction piece, or do we want some background or in terms of? Okay, yeah, because I think there's no, it'll give you guys an idea in terms of what, my failures and accomplishments have been. I started with EXP in late 2018. And I'd heard about it from my good buddy, Steve Gabellini here, who was my actual first realtor I ever worked with as well, believe it or not. My gosh, 30 years ago. And, I was too busy. I was caught on a transactional treadmill where we were just doing deal after deal after deal, and I couldn't take a look at anything, didn't have time to look at anything. And my wife and I were in Austin, Texas at Franchise Systems Orientation, FSO. For those of you who are with KW will know what that is. And it was my second time going there to look at either, some type of regional ownership or, buying some existing market centers, whatever, just getting more engaged. And we were going for a swim and having a beverage in the pool. We were at the JW Marriott in Austin, and the fire alarm was pulled. And so we're like, okay, what the heck's going on? So we had to leave the pool in our swimsuits at like 10 o'clock at night, walk down, because they shut the elevators right when the fire alarm's pulled, walk down about, I want to say it was 15, 20 flights of stairs. It was a lot of stairs. And then we just sat on a bench out front of the hotel and just sat there and finished our drinks and talked about and watched all the police, the fire trucks. Like, guys, it was crazy. It was a scene out of a movie. You would have thought the hotel was literally on fire. Thank God it wasn't. No one was hurt, but they had to evacuate. And we're sitting there on the bench and we're like, okay, well, maybe I should take a look at this EXP thing Steve keeps bugging me about. Because Steve had been messaging me and sending me Facebook messages and text messages. You got to see this. You got to look at this, Phil. And so anyway, I looked at it and then I'm like, holy cow, like this is, I really think if these guys do what they say they're going to do, it's going to change the real estate space. I want to say at that point in time, there were probably less than 10,000 agents. Okay. Keep in mind, we're 87,000 agents today in 24 countries globally, right? We were less than 10,000 agents. And so, but I still wasn't, I had to keep doing my due diligence and this and that. And so I watched the videos. I was pretty much set that KW wasn't happening. By the way, we were in the process of talking to Bill Soderoff, the president of KW Worldwide, to purchase Italy and Croatia, the Italian and Croatian regions of KW, and go and live in Europe for a bit and open it up. And so came back home, engaged with Steve. Then Steve plugged me into Gene, who was my friend from KW in the early 2000s. And then Rob Flick. And I still, I had to meet Glenn. And so Glenn and I got together and we had a great dinner and spent my 4 or 5 hours just talking about his vision. And he was very humble and transparent about his accomplishments and setbacks, then I realized, okay, well, listen, we're almost there. So we went to Shareholder Summit, still not there yet. This is like 8 months later, guys, okay? After Steve being on me for almost 1.5 to 2 years, before the 8 months of me really digging into it. And finally, I went to Shareholder Summit and we bought a bunch of stock because I said, hey, you know what? Let's put some money into this because this is before we were on the NASDAQ, okay? And, and then we joined, I want to say late summer of 2018. Now, because I'd had such a strong pedigree and track record in sales, I thought, you know what? I'm going to bring 100 agents on by Christmas myself. This is a no-brainer, right? So I'm going to do this. I'm going to bring on 100 agents. Well, let's fast forward to 2018 to today, and I've personally introduced 47 agents to the model.
Nice.
Those 47 agents have helped me build a gross number of 1,023. With a net today of 738. My attrition is about 5.72% per year for the group. And I want to share that with you because knowing your numbers is imperative if you're going to take this attraction component and agent recruitment seriously. And so industry average, by the way, 30% per year in terms of shift, okay, that agents leave companies. So at 5.72%, we're doing our group is doing pretty phenomenally well. Of the 738 active agents, 15 are leaders. So those leaders are in the top 2% of influencers at EXP. And then 22 are builders, which is the top 5% of agent attractors at EXP that have built organizations. Almost 30% of our organization are icons, which is kind of a real anomaly. We're very big on production. Remember, guys, recruiting recruiters that recruit recruiters is useless, right? We need to sell real estate. Our core business is real estate. We are a proven concept now, and that everybody knows, we the number one office for units sold and dollar volume in the US now, right? So according to Real Trends and T360. So, it's a proven concept. So the roads have really been paved and the potholes are filled and we're humming along quite nicely. So my initial thought was I was going to do all kinds of stuff that unfortunately wasn't compliant with EXP to start my attraction. But being a marketer, I thought, okay, we're going to do paid ads. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And of course, we got shut down with that pretty fast, which was okay. Because I understand Glenn's message that he wanted things to be as organic and, not paid advertising and traffic all over. And so really it was a question of, okay, so where are you going to find those people? Because really what we're doing is we're looking for people that are looking for us now. Right. And, oftentimes we'll hear people say, oh my gosh, you got in early, EXP saturated, now it's so many. Well, here's the reality, guys and gals. There are about 160,000 agents in Canada. We're just around 6,000. The market leader for agent count is Remax with about 27,000. And then Relapage is around 20,000. Okay. We've already surpassed Remax in the United States by 17,000 agents. So they're hovering around 60,000 and we're at 77,000 in the US. So is that saturation, guys? It's nothing. In fact, it's easier and better now for us, and it should be, to attract people to our model than it's ever been because, again, the proven concept, things are there, and we've got some great momentum happening, right? So let's open it up for questions and Q&A and stuff like that. I want to get interactive with your struggles, what's happening, how I can help you, Let's go, guys. You guys got it all figured out?
No.
Of course.
Okay, so how do I deal with I'm happy where I am? I lost an agent yesterday to Angle Invokers. I was this close to owning them a friendship and making my kids not be their kids anymore. So how do I deal with the I'm happy where I am or them choosing why? So the big one I get is I'm happy where I am. I'm happy at Remax. I'm happy at Keller Williams. I'm happy at Angle Invokers. How do you deal with that?
Great, Ali. Let's role play it right now, okay?
Okay.
Hey, Ali, you know what? I really appreciated doing that transaction with you on Gladstone. I know my seller was a little tough to deal with and tough transaction. I think you handled it very professionally. And I could see myself, wanting to collaborate with someone such as yourself, because we'll tell you, there are unfortunately some circumstances where the realtors aren't as professional, as in control of their clients as you were. And so could you do me a favor, Ali, and just take a look at our model and give me your feedback on it? I don't want you to move companies. I don't want you to change. I'd just like you to be curious. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm happy where I am, though. I have a lot of people talk to me about EXP. I get all the time. So, I heard it, I get it. Yeah, but like, I'm happy where I am.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Ali, you haven't heard it from me though, have you?
What if they did and they still haven't joined and said they're happy where they're at? Yeah, I heard it from you. I'm still happy where I'm at.
Oh, you did hear it from me. Okay, so yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. When I first joined. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
listen, you know what? Let's go out for lunch and let's see how we can collaborate on a higher level. I promise you, I'm not going to ask you about EXP and I'm not going to ask you to change companies. How does that sound?
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Okay. So relationship.
Yeah.
Building relationship, making investments in the relationship equity bank with people. Okay. Because remember, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And if all you are to them is someone that's going to be part of the downline, right? And they see you as that, they're not interested, right? So when you show an investment, a time investment, taking them out for lunch, having coffee, not talking about EXP. If they're adamant about it, they're going to say, okay, wow, this is cool. Because here's what we know. They're all coming and they're going to move. Agents are going to move and there's going to be an issue, Ali, where someone's going to have a challenge with their broker or a transaction or a commission took too much time or something happened or they have selling management in their office and you're going to be the one to get the call. So you want to have those deposits in the relationship bank so that you're the person that they will reach out to. Do you understand? Because you put EXP all over them.
So here's my thing. What if you've already had the lunch, multiple lunches, pitched it, closed it again, and they're still, I'm happy where I am. What then? Or when they ghost? One of the two.
I think that's the right thing to do. It's just that people are not numbers. So it's about building this relationship. Even later, like Phil mentioned, I think it's about the retention is key when you have built a good, solid relationship.
And so, Ali, if they're ghosting you or whatever, do you know what the solution is to that? Talk to more people. Have more people in the funnel. No one prospect should make or break you.
No.
Gene talks about, and he shared with us, like where he's jumped on a plane to go meet people, traveled halfway across the world, and he gets stood up on confirmed appointments with bigwig agents that just say, no, I'm not showing up at the last minute when he's made the trip. I've driven hours to show up to some people and they stand me up. Guess what? Welcome to agent attraction. It's like herding squirrels. Okay. Remember that. You're like herding squirrels because here's what happens, guys. You will have someone committed to you on a Friday. Yeah, I'm coming next week. We're done. Boom, boom, boom. On the weekend, they get a deal or two. They get a buyer's agency contract signed. They got some activity. And then they're like, Monday, they're like, oh, I can't come now. I'm too busy. And then you got to resell the whole thing again. You follow me? So really the fortune is in the follow-up and having that full funnel. Okay. Is everyone here using CRM Grow or some type of a CRM to follow up with their attraction prospects?
I use KV Core.
Okay. You've got KV Core configured for it. Yeah. Okay. It's imperative that you have a CRM and that it's full of agent prospects that you're dripping on and making, again, those deposits in that relationship equity bank. Okay. Because Ali, you're going to have prospects that are going to, you're not going to close everybody. I believe they're all coming. But the thing is that don't also get totally frustrated with that one person that you're chasing and this and that. Just have more people you're talking to because it's a numbers game. No ifs, ands, or buts. And it's not like our normal closing ratios of, okay, talk to 10 people and you get, you close 30% of them and you're doing really well. It's more like talk to 100 people and you close one agent. Like the numbers they're astonishing, but it's an extremely good, well-paying situation once you get some momentum going, right? And so
momentum is the key.
Momentum is the key. Right? It's a lot more painful to build this thing long-term than it is to build it short-term. If you build it fast and you gain momentum, it's a lot easier than building it over the long term. Believe me.
How important, Phil, is the resources you provide to the team, to your team, or to the group, like to solidify that relationship and maintain it long term?
Yeah, so great question, Adam. So, many agents and influencers and attractors have made it about their organization and this and this, and we're going to get this and that. And quite frankly, I'm a bit of a purist. I believe that our model on its own, with our 80 plus hours of live training, our amazing set, our shareholder summit, our rallies we're having, our EXP con, are phenomenal on their own. And what I like to do is really get people engaged into what I call the mothership, which is EXP proper. Okay. And what I find is when we get the people to events, because big decisions are made at big events, guys, right? So get them to shareholder summit, get your prospects to EXP con, get people, kind of immersed in that, those environments, your conversion is going to be much higher. And so I personally am very big on leveraging the model itself and not making it about some other, join us, we're the rat pack or we're the dog pack or whatever.
The ninja.
Wolf pack.
Whatever. Yeah, no, I'm not saying that name. I'm not using anyone's name. I'm just saying I'm using examples that, we're going to give you this and this and that. And a lot of it, when you talk to people down the road, when they've got, kind of hooked on these situations, they're disappointed because it was all fluff and just kind of like there's not really much substance to it, right? And so, again, what I would say is really rely on the mothership itself and leverage that model and plug people into training. Like my rookies that I get, like I've developed, well, you guys know, I took Jeff Matheson in your market in Ottawa from nothing to, 950 GCI in 12 months, right? I did Thomas Cal. I took him from 0 to 660 in 12 months. Cal O'Connor that just joined us did the 3 top sales, one for 12, one for 14 million, and one for 10 million in the last 12 months in luxury. So I liked it and again, these guys did nothing other than plug into really our model, which is the EXP model, and go to icon training and be plugged into our leadership meetings. And you know what I mean? The model itself, guys, stands on its own. Now you want to have a value proposition for your group and name your team and that's all good. But at the end of the day, if you leverage the model, it makes your life a lot easier because it doesn't depend on you. It depends on, hey, we've got an amazing support staff team. Like here's our whole, give them everybody's phone number, everybody's contact that works for corporate that can support them once they've crossed the line and plug them in. And again, guys, I have a 5.572% attrition, which is one of the tightest at EXP for one of the, the 0.1 percenters. And it's because we plug them into EXP is what we do. Okay. So, your group has value, your teams have value. Absolutely they do. But the mothership also has tremendous value. Okay. And the mothership isn't dependent upon you. Right. So does that make sense?
Yes. You said you took them from 0 to, so did you coach them or I
mentor. So here's what I do, guys. I don't coach, I mentor. Okay. And what I mean by that is that I don't have anyone that I have a set appointment with that every Monday at 8 o'clock, I talk to Tony or, you know what I mean? Or Dante or whatever. No, nothing like that. I lean into those that lean into me. Now here's the reality of 1,023 agents. Again, we're 20 to 30% are icons. I would say there's probably 10 that want to talk to me usually once a day or maybe every couple of days. They want to drill in. So those people, I lean into those that lean into me. Do you follow me? We as leaders, and all of you that are showing up here are leaders, okay? We cannot want people's success for them more than they want it. Okay. And so how you determine that is you give your new agents or your new team members tasks. And if they show up, like you give a Millionaire Real Estate Agent, right? Adam, great book, right? So you give them MREA when they're starting, read this. And if someone comes back and says, yeah, I got the book and I got the audio book and I read it and I got it, I cut it in spiral and I got the back spiral so I can do this. I'll show you someone that's going to be a champ within 12 months. Okay. So when you give them those tasks and they commit and they show up and then they come back to you, that's when I lean into them more and more. So the more they lean into me, the more I will lean into them. I don't chase people for their success because I don't want to run a daycare service or a babysitting service. but I do want to help mentor people that want that success at the highest level. Okay. And again, it's about them, following tasks. And I've got a blueprint, guys. Like, it's not rocket science. Ultimately, it's really just showing up and working, right? Like I make my rookies knock, on doors for 90 days. They got to go 2-3 hours a day, 4 to 5 days a week. They've got a daily contact report of sheets that they have to make 50 to 100 attempts every day on the phone, so they develop the sales skills in place, right? Because the best realtors are the best salespeople, right? That's the problem. Most realtors think, I'm getting into real estate and I'm going to be a realtor. And that's great because I like dogs and I have nice teeth and I have a integrity and whatever they think, and that's not it. You've got to be a killer and a salesperson. You have to have great sales skills. And that's why, people that have a strong sales foundation do phenomenally well in real estate, because most realtors unfortunately can't close a barn door, right? They don't know how to overcome objections. They don't understand urgency. They don't understand qualifying. They don't understand shut up and sell, right? So that's my advice, is that mentorship, lean into those that lean into you, swim to those that are swimming to the boat, right? Okay, guys, keep going. Bring them on. I'm here. I'm yours.
So for production, besides the door knocking, how would you help them through the mentorship? So door knocking, 90 days of door knocking, calling 50 plus. How many face-to-face do they need to do per day?
So I tell them, I make sure, I get people set up right out of the gate, alley, that they've got to invest money as well, right? Like, this is an unbelievable business where you can, if you spend money and you play red light, green light with your expenses, you can make crazy money. Like, online lead gen to me is the best thing in the world. And let me explain why, guys. Because if I tell you, hey, Allie, and Allie, you take this deal every day. Allie, can you give me 10,000 on the 1st of the month? And on the 30th of the month, I'm going to give you 20,000. Would you do that deal, Allie?
I would do it. Yeah, it depends.
Every day, right? Every month, every first of the month, if I came to your house, give me 10 grand, I'll give you 20. It's a no-brainer. Well, that's what you get with online lead gen. Okay. The challenge is, guys, is that everybody's playing it too small. So what I do is when I'm mentoring my people, I will have people take lines of credit, do whatever they can if they want to be mentored by me to do that lead generation component. Only once they've done the door knocking, though, and the phone calls, because they have to be assassins. They have to have that sales skill and that killer instinct. If they don't have that, don't bother spending any money on the lead gen, because guess what? They're going to do what everybody else does, generate leads and not call them. Yeah. Isn't that the coolest thing? Hey, I generated 400 leads and I didn't call any.
So let's back up a little bit here. So how do you determine the assassin who's going to follow up with those leads versus the one that's just going to complain that all the leads are garbage? And this is the experience I'm having, is that transition.
Well, can I tell you guys something? And this is a conversation I've had many times with my teams. There's no such thing as a bad lead, just the person handling it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's all a question of timing. If someone gives you their phone number, their mobile number, and their mobile number and their email address, guys, forget about it. Okay. That's gold.
I took this advice from Ryan Serhant.
Yeah.
Follow up, follow through, and follow back.
Yeah.
So that's the key for any lead.
That's it. Serhant's the best, man. Okay. So, and how I determine that, Ali, is that the person goes through the boot camp. So if they do the door knocks and they do the phone calls and they give me their daily contact report every day, boom.
So that's it. So if they're consistent for 90 days, that's a sign of a champion.
100%. 100%.
What if
then
they
they'll
do
get the online
80%
leads.
for the 90 days?
Then I'll plug them into our online lead generation partner, and I'll explain to them, no, it's not $300. I want you spending at least $1,000 or $5,000 a month for the first 90 days. And then they're like, what do you mean? I want you to spend $15,000 into your real estate business. You know why? Because you're going to, that $5,000 in 30 days, I will be able to show you that you'll be able to triple it. No problem. You do one deal and your commission is 10, 12 grand. Like, again, right? It's so easy to track with online lead gen because it's all there, right? You have it, you see the lead, you see the money you spent, and then you could say, oh, okay, I got 2 listings from that or whatever, et cetera, right?
So what's the percentage of the daily accountability do you look for them to go to the next phase? Is it 50%, 70%, 80% or best?
No,
or
it's for them to be on the tight one-on-one mentoring program with me. They've got to be at 80%. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I get a call sheet with 20 attempts on a day or something. Yeah, look out. No. 80%. Okay. Again, I'm not chasing people. They've got to, they've got to lean in, right? And then I'll lean into them.
Like it. Okay. 50 attempts per day. How many face-to-face?
Minimum 50 to 100 attempts per day. Minimum.
How many face-to-face per day?
Minimum 50 door knocks a day.
What about face-to-face? Like,
well, that momentum build, the appointments build. I'm not necessarily interested. Good question, Ali. I don't care about the outcome. I care about the habit and the attempt. Make sense?
Yeah.
The discipline. I'm actually not that focused on the outcome. I'm more focused on taking someone and saying, okay, so you went out this week and you knocked on 400 doors and you made 300 attempts. So I consider the attempt a success versus a contact versus an appointment, a lead, or an appointment. You follow me? So I have a bit of a different mindset on it, because I will tell you again, show me someone that builds those habits and I will show you a grand champion every time. The success is imminent.
Okay, so let's back up a little bit here. So for the door knocking, is there a strategy for this? What's the strategy for the door knocking?
Absolutely, Ali. So what I do is I tell them, okay, first of all, go in your neighborhood. If you live in a good neighborhood, go introduce yourself to everybody, right? Hey, there's a no-brainer, right? Secondly, there's an area you want to take territory. Go where there's a new listing in a market that you like. Okay. Go in that area, knock those doors, okay? And leverage that listing that has just come to market. Make sense? And then same thing with a recent sale. And you go and you print out the flyers and you say, hey, this property just sold. Folks, you know what? Our clients missed out on it. We have many buyers in waiting in the area. Do you know of anyone that's looking to buy or that's looking to sell their home right now? Right? And then they say, well, no, not really. Okay, could I interest you in a complimentary market evaluation on your home? Boom. We can give you tips on what to do and not to do to sell for the most amount of money. I'll give you all the scripts, guys. If you want, I'll send them to Ali. But
thank you.
Leverage what's listed, what's recently sold in great areas. Guys, what do we know when we see a new listing? More are coming. What do we know when we see a sale in an area? More are coming. So I get them to leverage those activities. I also make my agents go to Starbucks or Tim Hortons, ideally Starbucks, because it's a higher demographic, and the people that make more money, they go to Starbucks than they do to Tim Hortons, and sit there for maybe an hour or two, give their credit card to the manager and say, okay, put a $200 cap or a $500 cap on this. Everybody that buys a coffee gets my business card, and let them know that I'm sitting at the front entrance. And so when the people get their coffee and they come and thank me, then I get in a dialogue with them, and I train them how to get in a dialogue with them, and people, you wouldn't believe the business that gets done from that. Really?
So the Starbucks tactics, is it effective?
Oh, it's extremely effective. Yeah, extremely. The other thing we did was food drives. We do food drives all the time, everywhere around North America, in the world, actually. My guy's doing them in New Zealand right now. So you just go to your neighborhood and you say, hey, it's Ali Abbas from eXp Realty, and I'm here on behalf of our local food bank, collecting non-perishable items. And then you just give them a flyer that you've made, staples, whatever, with information about the food drive. And then when they bring you the non-perishable, you say, hey, by the way, can I interest you in, sorry, my stomach. Can I interest you in buying or selling are you interested in buying or selling any real estate? And then boom, you get them in a dialogue like that. Do you know of anyone that's looking to buy or sell real estate in today's market, right? And and you're seen as a community builder as well.
Yeah, you just need their attention, right, Phil? That's something to draw attention, and then all of a sudden it gives you that window to just say what what.
Boom, 100%.
Okay, so we got the door knocking. So pick your neighborhood or whatever neighborhood you want. When the new listing comes, go knock on some doors. Your target's what, 50 doors? Is that
50 doors? Yeah, 50 doors. Yeah.
Okay, and then you've got a little script, which is, you interested? No, okay, complimentary, okay. For dress, you dress nice, you look professional.
Always professional.
Okay. and a business card, or is there a flyer involved with this?
Business card and a flyer. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now let's back up a little bit more for the prospecting side of things. So to make the 100 calls, where so for the first 90 days, there's no lead gen. So what are they calling? Are they doing lead gen, or
what are they calling?
Telelisting.
Telelisting. They're calling neighborhoods. They're calling just listed, just sold neighborhoods for sale by owners, expired, you name it. Right.
Sorry. What's telelisting for those that don't know what that is?
Telelisting is a service that's provided by EXP. That gives you access to people on the do not call list and all that. It's all compliant, and you can make your dials through there.
Perfect. Okay. So, and what CRM do you recommend to make those dials? KV Core?
The CRM you're going to use.
Okay. Whatever
CRM you're going to use. Yeah, guys. You know, so yesterday we had an agent that I mentored, Rohit Jindal, who was number one in Canada individual at EXP, about 330 million in closed volume. You know what his CRM is? His planner. He gets a new planner every month. All handwriting, doesn't use the computer.
Hey, that's the best.
Yeah.
If I give you a Ferrari, you don't drive it, it doesn't go. Like
right, exactly. And these CRMs, guys, are so powerful today, and they're so good. But really, the best CRM is the one you're going to use, if that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on the GTP AI stuff and incorporating that?
It's great. It's all good. But guys, nothing can replace this.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing can replace the human interaction, right? Remember that. So AI is phenomenal. I'm a shareholder in an AI company right now that's just about to go IPO, in pre-IPO on NASDAQ. And it's a calling service right now that's being used in the insurance industry, as well as the self-storage industry and all that, doing outbound calls, and it's phenomenal.
So we have.
Can I ask a quick question in regards to door calling? Door
What's
knocking?
that?
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go ahead. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm just working on my script, so I'm actually still a little bit new. What time do you recommend for door knocking? Like after 2 or
business hours, Mason? Again, so great question. When I'm in mentorship with people, I'm more interested in the habit, getting the lead gen done first thing in the morning. So I'll have my people go and do door knocks, from say 9:30 until 1 o'clock. Same thing with phone calls, right? Getting that stuff done. And they say, oh, well, my success rates are better in the night and this and that. I appreciate that. But you know what? I want those habits ingrained and instilled. And so, yeah.
Okay, because there's going to be less people at home during the day. Maybe even if people are working from home, they don't want to be bothered, right? So
yeah,
I thought maybe in the afternoon or early
evening.
No,
I understand that. Again, I'm more, the quality comes with the quantity. And so I have agents that, door knock every day, from 9 to 11, and, they get, a listing or two a week from doing that. So, they're good with it. Right. So.
Good.
Amazing. I'll send Ali all the scripting as well. Hey, Mo, I'll send Ali the scripting as well. So Ali, if you want to share everything with everybody as well.
Yeah, we'll do, definitely. So we've got the 90-day plan, and then after it's the thing. So what about for attraction? What are some fundamentals on the attraction side for agents, whether they're new, veterans, or seasoned? What would you say are the fundamentals similar to what we talked about, which is the door knocking?
Yeah, absolutely, Ali.
Yeah.
So if you've done any business, okay, any transactions, reaching out to those agents that you had good deals with. That's a no-brainer, right? People that are nice that, you got along with and you were able to put a deal together, okay? So that is definitely first and foremost. And then go to your phone and start with okay, in terms of people in real estate, and reach out to the realtors and put a list together of the first 100. Okay, not everybody, and Ali, it's interesting. Not everybody has heard of EXP. Like we talk to agents across North America. And really, there's a lot of people that don't or they have these complete different perceptions of what we are. Okay, like complete different
Falsehoods.
perceptions. And so it's about educating those prospects and getting in front of them, right? And being the best inviter. Okay. Do you guys do a deal? Do you guys have Ali, does your team have a presentation that you guys do weekly or whatever, where you have an intro?
Yeah, but not
Yeah.
formally, not in a structured manner. Yeah.
Okay. So it's best to invite, guys. The last thing you want to do, now I'm, like world-class salesperson. I like to think I am, I've closed billions and billions in real estate, lots of agents and stuff. I don't present EXP, guys. I don't have a video of myself doing it, and I don't present it. I just leverage tools and I say, hey, you know what? Listen, I'd love your feedback on this. Can you please watch this video with me and give me your feedback? You don't have to move or change. I would just love your opinion. Okay. And I book an appointment to watch the video with the person. I don't dump and chase, guys. Okay. I just set an appointment and then I watch it with them. Today I've done 3. So I've already done 3.
So you just watch, you don't say anything?
I don't say anything, guys. Ali, here's the script. Okay, Ali, what we're going to by the way, thanks for joining me on Zoom. I really appreciate it. I know your time is valuable and I appreciate you qualifying your time to be here. So what I'm going to ask Ali during our brief corporate overview is for you to take the thought process that you're going to be either an A or a B. Okay. And an A is, wow, this is like, I get this. This is really cool. You know what? I've been with Netflix for years. I like Airbnb. I love Uber. Amazon is the way I buy things. Okay. And this is going to, ring true to you with our model. And B is, you know what? I like to go to the video store. I don't like Uber. They're all a bunch of killers. Okay. Amazon is destroying all the little stores. I don't like that. Okay. And that's okay. We still love you and respect you. We wish you well. Okay. So can you just keep that mindset? You're going to be A or B. And then I'll say, okay, Ali, let's watch the presentation. And then so I put the video on and I watch the video with them. It's 16 minute, 20 minute. And then when it's done, I say, so Ali, are you an A or a B? Oh, you know what? I think I'd like to look at the number. What's that?
The video, which is it the standard video?
I match the video to the person. So I'll tell you the videos I use. I have a video by Allison Gaddy. Again, Ali, you can text me if you guys want this. I'll share my 3 videos I use. There's Allison Gaddy out of Texas, okay, who does a great job. There is our video from our organization with the Ashbys that I use. And then I've got one from Randy's done that's great as well. And then I'll even use Brent's sometimes, but Brent's is a little bit long now. Attention spans are getting tighter and tighter. And so I find 8 to 20 minutes is really that sweet spot. Okay. And I watch the video with them. Now, guys, why I watch the video with them is because that's duplicatable. So that when I say, okay, well, listen, you guys go out and, get some agents and let's go. They're going to say, well, all Phil did is he watched the video with me. You know what I mean? So it doesn't depend on an expert. So duplication is there. Okay. Because we're all great. Again, we're all leaders on this call and we can all do a great presentation and close people. And that's wonderful. But guess what? That's not scalable or duplicatable. Right. And so by watching the video together, that's extremely duplicatable. It's easy to do. And Bob's your uncle.
Bob is your uncle.
Bob is your uncle.
So with this tactic, does the close rate go up compared to the traditional ways, which is invite them to a lunch and learn, or or the classical way, which is just go meet them for lunch or coffee and connect? That's still there, but this is
that's all there, guys. But I find it extremely, guys, I live on an island in the Pacific Northwest, a 15-minute flight from northwest of Seattle. I attract agents all over the world that I don't meet, right? So, and it's all doing it that way. So it's agile, it's nimble, and, it's duplicatable.
Can you have more than one, or you just stick with one per session? It's just one-on-one.
Great question. Sometimes my schedule is such that I'll have a few booked at the same time or whatever, and then I just make it work. I apologize. I say, hey guys, sorry, we're a few here, and most of the time they're okay with it. But yeah, so most of the time it's one-on-one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But these are people, again, we're targeting, like I will target people doing a minimum of 10 transactions, or I'll target people doing, that are icons that are doing a minimum of 25 transactions, that kind of stuff, right? People that can move the needle. Okay. Now, that having been said, remember, duds lead to studs. Okay. So you may bring on an agent that has no experience whatsoever, has never been in real estate, but happens to be great friends with someone who's an absolute baller. So never dismiss or discount anyone, but I just tend to focus on stuff that can move the needle right away, if that makes sense. And then organically, I have a lot of new agents that reach out because of our track record with taking people from 0 to hero.
Yeah, love it.
What's your recommendation for someone like me, like a junior, trying to convince someone like a senior that's been in the business for a long time? So he's on the fence. I think someone's pitched him EXP before.
Okay.
But how do I get him over that hump? Because like I don't have much experience. So what's your recommendation?
Hey, Mason, I appreciate you taking a look at our model. And qualifying your time to be with us. That's awesome. Listen, I'd love to have a call with my senior business partner who's been in the real estate space for many years and is massively successful, so we can field any other questions. Is this afternoon okay around 2 o'clock, or would Thursday at 3 be better?
So refer it to a mentor or someone else.
Absolutely. Only once they've seen the presentation with you, because your mentor and business partner is not going to be doing the presentation. They're just going to come on the call and they're going to say to your prospect, hey, tell me about yourself, and let them talk, and then ask critical questions and go in for the close. Okay. So leverage your team.
If there's one thing I hate about all this is the word pitch. So
don't use pitch. Don't use, guys. Let me tell you what, Ali. Don't use pitch. And don't use tactic. Strategy. Present. Exactly. Our business briefing. Our corporate overview.
Convey.
Corporate overview. Business briefing. We never call it a downline. We never call it MLM or network marketing. It's always our business partners in our organization. Okay. We have a revenue share model. That's all. It's a unique revenue share model, and some of the the principles of building network marketing organizations come into play, but that's really about it.
Exactly. And it's a model where we need to demystify a lot of stuff, because other places they say is false stuff. And I love to be open book. I here invited Jad Sawaya is with another brokerage, but I would love to be an open book and align with the similar mind people, so
Well, and Adam, you brought up a good point. So Katrina Amaral and the team, the #1 RE/MAX team in Western Canada and in Vancouver, 20-year RE/MAX veterans, great people. Her husband in the video said, there was so much misinformation going on about EXP. And he said, we asked him, so Neil, where did you hear that? He goes, our broker told us. Well, guys, if you're going to buy a Tesla, don't ask a Ford dealer for their opinion. Because the Ford dealer is going to tell you that Tesla's going to catch on fire. It's terrible. It's bad for the environment. Elon Musk is crazy, whatever, right? So if someone wants feedback, ask people that are in the model now, excelling and, working at it at the highest level. Okay.
Exactly.
What else, guys? Open forum here.
Yeah, you gotta feed the beast. I feel like we need to work.
You're too fast. You're too fast, man. We can't. That's good. I don't know, guys. Ask questions. I got lots. I just don't want to hog it.
Hi, Phil. How are
Hey,
you?
Sammy.
I'm very happy to meet you today. First time.
Enchanté de faire votre connaissance, Sammy.
Merci, Philippe. You're very inspiring, and I'm very happy to have you with us, man.
It's my pleasure.
The biggest team in Canada, biggest group.
Amen. Yeah, we are by far.
So I just want to know, I was asking Ali lately yesterday, what kind of structure that you use, like a template to do your cost analysis with your solo agent, little team or mega team? Do you have like a template that you use when you sit with them and see, let's see your cost and how much you can save?
Sure. Yeah, I do. And I'll share that with Ali, and you can put it out to the group.
Nice.
I have generally, guys, what I do is I'll do I don't do it in Excel or anything like that. I do it more written out, but I'll share it with Ali and he can share it with you guys. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, perfect.
Is it similar to the one that the Ashbys have?
No.
Okay.
No, the Ashby's one is great, and I like it. But no, I do it more of like almost like a written proposal.
Mhm.
And I call it a partnership proposal or une proposition de partenariat.
That's
Okay.
it. Yeah, you have to be attractive. Yeah, I like that. And
Yeah.
because sometimes you talk to like an agent, like a directeur d'agence, and I talk about EXP, and I said you can save a lot of money if you switch your company. And she said, but I'm doing a lot of money with my agents right now. I have 12 agents. They give me a revenue of whatever, 25,000 or whatever they give the money. I forgot the amount. So do you think that your 2,800 from each agent, it's not even the 10,000 that I can get from my agent? Like they said at 2,800, it's less than what they get right now. That's what they answer.
Yeah.
So
but they're also paying rents, leases, mortgages, trust accounts. Like, Sammy, I'll tell you, brokers are going broke and broker. Okay. We do analysis on brokerages, guys, with 200, 300, 400, 500 agents. And like, it's not, so yeah, they might, le montant brut, the gross amount is really nice. And wow, I'm getting 10,000 an agent a year. But after you look at their trust accounts, their expenses, all that, it works out to be about $1,000. Like I'm telling you, but there's the ego player, right? They go, oh no, I make way more money than, they're all coming. On EXP Life, our periodical where we publish online, we have a list of about 18 former mega broker owners that have, left their franchises and partnered with EXP. One's a good buddy of mine, Matt Hartman. He had 120 agents at Remax, and he didn't renew with Remax, and he came with us. And he said, the guy's super smart. If anyone wants that video, I can share it with Ali again, and you can share that because he talks really to the effect that why he did it as a servant. He actually did it. He said, I made a little bit less in the first 2 years, but my people were much better off, and now it's I'm in the money, right?
I like that. That's why I was asking about the cost analysis, so you can convince them with number, because they don't see it. They think they're making money, but when you put everything on paper, maybe they're gonna clutch something. Maybe they're not gonna change right now, but they're gonna think about it. Oh, he's just convinced me, this guy, with those numbers. That's what I want to hear.
100%.
All right, thank you.
No worries.
So
I have a question.
I guess, Philip, you go with the model of a millionaire estate agent to push or to coach all your agents. That's the model.
I think Tom, I use a multifaceted approach. I'm a big Craig Proctor fan with unique selling propositions. I love Tom Ferry. I love MREA as a foundational book to understanding the game of real estate. So it's multifaceted, Tom, but I think that for anyone starting out in the business or wanting to break through performance plateaus or ceilings, that MREA is definitely a great read. Yeah, it's timeless in my opinion.
Yeah, Tom, you had a question?
He's muted.
Yeah, I had a question. Adam was actually asking that question, but my question is a bit different. So, are you especially when it comes to teams, are you breaking down somehow showing through the numbers that would be more beneficial to join EXP versus Remax or any other company? Is there a specific way you follow to attract the teams or even bigger individual producers, right?
Sure, Tom. Yeah, Sammy had just asked that question, so I will send the template of the proposal that we use, and then our team's document that Nadia Habib recently put together. That's absolutely fantastic, and it's
yeah. What do you think of the new presentation?
I love it. Like, guys, I run with what corporate gives us. Like, again, we don't do our own. We just use the corporate presentations because they're professional, they're slick, and they're consistent, right? You know what I mean? Like, we don't need to reinvent the wheel here, guys. All the tools, everything's there, right? We just need to be the best inviters and referrers to the model. And that's really, in its simplest form, is just say, hey, you know what? Come and check us out. Take a look at our model. They have any questions, do a referral to your business partner, have a 3-way call, and then close them up. And it's really just a numbers game more than anything else.
Hey, Phil.
Well,
Again,
I have a lot of energy, Phil. Where do you get it?
You know what? I've always had a lot of energy. I just have a lot of energy. I take care of myself. I do 3 strength training sessions a week, 2 or 3 yoga sessions, and I like to spin. I love food, which is somewhat my downfall. I stopped drinking in December, but my energy's always been crazy. I liked wine. Like actually the last time I drank was with Steve and Jocelyn at my wife's birthday party in Toronto at the Ritz-Carlton. And that was a great night, Steve. And but I've always had crazy energy. When you're passionate about what you do, selling is a transference of emotion, guys, right? So if you're enthusiastic, people around you are gonna, they're gonna catch that energy. They're gonna be like, wow, I love that vibe, right, man? And your vibe attracts your tribe, right? So, I don't have much time for people that are like,
how are you going to attract anybody by being that way, being so passive and being
not
so
bad,
monotone, and you've got to show the excitement all the time. Just be excited.
Fake it till you make it. Listen, fake it till you make it. If you're, fake being enthusiastic, like it'll come to you.
Exactly.
Every time,
guys, remember we live in the best country, one of the best countries in the world, one of the best places in the world. We're so blessed, right?
So here's a little build up on that, Phil. Instead of fake it till you make it, which is what everyone says, I like to spin it and say face it till you make it. So just face it. Don't fake it, face it. That means just be genuine and face it. Just don't be afraid.
I love that. Yeah, I'm going to coin that. I've never heard that. Good for you, buddy. Face it till you. Did you make that one? Is that yours?
No, it's not mine. No.
I never even heard it.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It is a good one.
I forgot who said it. It was one of those those self-help guru guys.
Yeah.
I think I heard
it's all good, guys. Here's the deal. Bombard yourself with good content. Don't listen to the news. Don't read the news. Don't hang out with people that aren't achieving at the highest level. Okay, like surround yourself with champions. Like one of the things we have with EXP is that our collaboration is unmatched in the industry. And, you can be talking to people that are, worth hundreds of millions of dollars and plugging into them that'll give you, their time and share with you and this and that. And so that's really, it's about surrounding yourself with those champions, right? And not listening to the news, working harder on yourself than anything else, your faith, your family, that kind of stuff, It's huge. It's what carries us through the tough times, right?
Phil, one thing, there's something, a couple things in Quebec. What do you think about what's going on in Quebec about these conference? There's like a couple lines doing conferences on one side, inviting big famous people to those conference. And so that's what's happening right now. There's like 2 big groups in Quebec. They're doing like conference on both sides. They try to invite, they invite like 150 people, 300 people on Arsenault.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that strategy? What do you think about that strategy? It's more effective.
I think it's great. Listen, we just had one. I had a couple of hundred people. Steve's been to some of ours in Vancouver. They're great. It's all good, right? Now, here's the deal, guys. Leverage those conferences. So when someone's having, and don't look at it at this line or that line, just go to the events. Get the tickets under your name. If you're ever concerned about people being poached, just get tickets and make sure the tickets are all under your name. So Sami Sedek got 10 tickets, whatever, and then bring your guests and they're all under your name. So they get the experience and this and that, and they're your guest, and get the commitment from them. So listen, I'm bringing you to this conference, okay, as my guest. I want you to know that when you join us, that I'm going to be your sponsor. Sami, can you say that I'm going to be your sponsor?
You tell them before they go to the conference?
Yes, I get the commitment from them. Why am I going to spend money otherwise? Well, no, I don't think so. Okay, well, then that's okay. You can go with someone else, whatever, right? Like there's a lot of people that'll happily go to a nice conference for free, Yeah. And so, but just make sure when you register through the event links and that it's just all under your name. And then you don't have to worry about your prospects being poached. Don't worry, guys. That's good. It's good for all of us,
Yeah, that's what I did. We went last 2 weeks with Steve at Arsenault's meeting.
Yeah.
And that was nice, about 300 people, maybe 100 of them, they were already EXP people.
Yeah.
Or let's say 200, not even, maybe less. So, and at the end of the conference, I felt like it's like it's an EXP market. Like like nobody has control on the conference. Like I got 2 person beside me. I said they gave me their number from Sutton and Royal LaPage because they didn't understand the model explained. Because first of all, it's so complicated. When you hear a presentation for 20 minutes, they get maybe 5% of it, 10%. So I told the guy, you want me to explain that the model EXP? And I got their number. They called me on the weekend. I was doing barbecue. They said, I did my first presentation actually to
Great. Congratulations. So leverage the events, guys. Be the best inviter. The best inviters win the game.
So, that's what I did. I took 3 tickets under my name, and I want to invite people there.
Exactly. And just keep doing that.
You know
Sit with
what I'm
them, engage
excited for,
them.
Bill?
What's that?
You know what I'm excited for? I'm excited to see you in Vancouver in September.
Hey, that's going to be fun. Hey, looking forward to seeing all of you.
So is that legit? Is it happening in September?
Yeah.
Yes, EXPCon Canada is happening in September in
So
Vancouver.
there's going to be one in Vegas and one in Canada?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Very good.
We'll see you all there. Guys, I got to bounce. I've got another call. Okay.
Sure.
Thank you very
Thanks
much
so
for
much.
qualifying your time to be here. Ali, send me an email or text or whatever with the information that you want me to share, okay, as a recap, and happy to do it. And guys, I wish you all the best. Be the best inviters, okay? Be the best inviters. The best inviters win, okay?
Thank you.
So much, y'all.
Thank you.
Take care.
Really appreciate it.
Bye, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you, Phil.
So, boys, take that to heart, man. He's truly inspirational. There's no doubt about that. And he's.
What I love is knowing your numbers. Know your numbers.
If you guys know about Phil, so Phil, like he said, I was his realtor. Jesus, 25 plus years ago. I was showing him and his wife and his, homes in Ottawa. He wasn't a realtor. He was a car salesman. He was the best at it. He sold. He exported, supercars. He sold Lambos and Ferraris, right? So it's always the top end, right? And I was showing him homes, and then all of a sudden, so nothing happened. I never sold him anything. We had friends in common, so we were always friendly. And the next thing you know, I see, him and his wife Zoe are now licensed agents for KW. I'm like, holy shit! Okay, so he's in real estate. I guess I won't sell him a house, right? And then in no time at all, they became number 1 KW in their first year in the entire city. Within 2 years, they dominated the Ottawa market. And anyway, things happened, and they moved out west. They wanted to go out west. He went out west and became number 1 out west KW, right?
Worldwide.
They were Canada-wide. They were number 1. Worldwide, I think they were like top 3 or something worldwide for a while. And so this guy is definitely full of knowledge, as you witnessed, and he is part of the family. I mean, if there's anything you need, like I said, he's always there he'll lean on people who lean on him. Now, I wouldn't go call him all the time, but definitely I'm going to invite him back and make sure that you guys get you get a good dose of Phil Hahn every once in a while, because it's good for the soul, and get you energized. So anyway, guys, my wife's working today. I've got to take her to lunch shortly, but appreciate you all, and let's keep.
Thank you.
Do you have a final answer about the what we had yesterday, or can I call you, or not yet?
Well, not yet, because Phil's calling me now, so we'll discuss it. I'll give you a call later. Okay. Okay. Ciao.
Hey guys.
Thank you, guys.
Ali, just focus on everything he said, man. Just get all the script, all the financial template, everything. Get everything that he got in stock. We need to have it. Okay, and I need it.
Well, we have to listen to it again, because there was a lot of stuff that he said. If you remember all of it, the recording's on my Facebook.
I tried to take some notes, but I can't get
the recording is on Facebook. So if you send me what he said he's gonna do, I'll talk to him and we'll do it. No problem.
Because but
if we don't message him, he's not gonna. We have to message him.
Yeah, just make a recap. He told you, make me a recap of everything that he needs to be sent. So just remind him. Do a recap by
I don't
writing.
remember. What was it?
But this, he was talking about a lot of stuff about Allison, Ashby presentation. There's 3 presentation he talks about. The 3 presentation, I need to have the cost analysis template for solo, medium, and mega team. Whatever he got, like you have to listen to it again. Okay, just listen, or maybe I can listen. But where you get it? How you get it? How you get this?
Go on my Facebook. I made it live. Go check Facebook. It's on Facebook.
The
whole thing.
Because we can translate it. Everything he gets, maybe we can translate it and make it nice in French. Also.
Yeah, of course. His principles are like solid. Like,
he got a nice vibe. Very energetic. Very. He believes in his model, and he doesn't waste time on bullshit. He want to work with people that want to work with him. So when you show commitment, he's really willing to give you time. That's what he said. Don't call him every 2 minutes because he won't talk to you. But if you show him commitment, he will give you some time.
Correct.
And that's how we get the result. He focused on the things that is going to move fast.
Correct.
So that's good, man. He's smart. I'm happy.
Yeah, that's why I wanted him to come out, man. He's a beast.
Yeah, once a month, try to invite him and try to bring more people. That's the first.
I want to bring Randy Dick. Randy Dick is the boss. Okay, so Phil, high energy. Randy Dick, low energy, but does the same volume as Phil Hahn.
That's it.
And they work together in synergy.
Okay, nice. So they complete each other. You need someone who's gonna be a little less energy to focus, like more brain, more strategy.
More calm. Hey, what's going on, buddy? Let's talk. Everything's good. Everything's great.
I feel I'm the mix of both. I'm a mix of Phil Hahn and Randy Dick. I'm like, I can be very smooth with guys, nice, but I can be very energetic, like you can't believe. So I'm with both. That's a good.
Phil Hahn, bro, he's making 50 calls a day, legit.
He's a machine. I took all his number, 50 to 100 door knocking, and he doesn't care about the outcome.
I like his idea. I should just. There's all these houses here. Just go knock on them.
Yeah, that's what it is. You have to go 1 mile from here, 1 mile west, 1 mile east of your house, because I live here for 30 years. So you have to farm your neighbor first, and then he said you can go to a neighbor that, like in Repentigny, but high end, like all the houses are close to $1 million. So you go farm that area, so they know you. So you work on the high luxury stuff, and you work in your own neighbor. So it's a good strategy to farm at least the door knocking.
Yeah.
All right, Ali, I have my little training on Centris. I have a little training.
All right, bro. Take care,
So, man. Tomorrow I'm with the LP all day long.
Will you do me a favor?
LP, but in Old Port of Montreal, face-to-face, 200 realtors in a face-to-face tomorrow with Médéric Gagny.
I tried to recruit Zena.
Who?
She said okay. Then she went into insurance. I don't know why. So if you can find a way to bring her, she still, I think, has her license.
Yeah.
As a realtor.
Yeah, that's a backup for her. She will always.
Phil Hahn is calling me. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, man. Try to get all the information, man. Thank you. Ciao.
Sure, buddy.